Olá, Brazil. It's your best friends, Portugal The Man, and you're listening to 89 the Radio Rock. Viva o Rock.
So, I want to start asking about Brazil. What are you guys thinking about Brazil? I think it's our first time here.
It's my first, yeah. Dude, I know we talked on the phone a little bit about how pumped I was about this, but this place is crazy. It's more beautiful than I could have imagined. It's so diverse, and I mean, just how green it is. No one tells you how green it is. It's unbelievable. It's gorgeous. We've been looking forward to this for a long time.
Yeah, there's not another... I don't think I've ever been to another city that I could even compare to this, which is... that's the biggest compliment I can give. It's unbelievable.
Great, man. And you have the name Portugal The Man. Do you know any Portuguese?
Obrigado. That's about as far as it goes, man. No. Cerveja. only the essentials, you know.
So on the phone you talk with me about the new album. You guys already recorded. What can you tell for us about that?
It's all over the place. Like we're super excited. We're doing the record with this producer Jeff Basker, who did like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and 808s, and he comes from this very eclectic world of like hip hop and writes incredible songs, and just a great producer. And we're growing too after our last album. It's all over the place. It's kind of crazy. It's my favorite album we've ever made. I wouldn't quite know how to put it in a genre, to be honest.
And has it already had a name or a date to release?
It does, but we're not. It does, but we're not really talking. Like we always name our records and then we record them, so we come up with the name first. So we already knew what the name was, but I haven't heard anybody else say it, so I'm gonna leave something for a surprise.
We'll keep that one in the pocket. There will be a release date for the release date, you know, a release date for the name, and then a release date to follow.
That's great. And what is the difference from this album and the other ones, especially Woodstock, the last one?
I mean, all of our albums, we're just trying to grow and make them different, you know. Two of them don't really fall in the same category for me. This one seems like a really nice progression of music. Kind of seems tapped out to me, like how much more can we do with certain things? Like everything's kind of been done, and we're kind of jumping into some weird stuff that I don't know how I would describe it. You know, we say that we're like, oh man, let's make like a Motown song. Like, yeah, but like Outkast, like from the future. We're like, yeah, then we get all these ideas, and at the end I'm like, man, this is some cool futuristic Motown. Like, you know, this totally is hitting all the things that we talked about.
And I think, you know, with this record, yeah, it's eclectic from track to track, and even within the same song, it'll jump to different places. But I think the one thing that a producer can do to a band that's kind of a machine in its own right, it's just going to do what it does, the producer kind of lends a character to it. So the record has a character all the way through. I definitely think there's a through line that's like, you know, palpable. But it's a really cool character. I think it's a cool record, and I hope people love it as much as we're digging into it.
Great, man. And talking about the song Full Still, we play a lot on our radio station. It's a huge success in Brazil too. Did you expect this huge success?
No, I don't think anybody writes a song like that, and it's like that happens because I think you don't expect it, you know. Like I had no idea. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty good. Like I like it, but and you go to studios and people are like, oh man, this is a hit. And it's like, don't say that. It's not. It's the quickest way to make yourself not.
Yeah. I mean, just like it's like being a producer and taking a picture of yourself at the mixing desk and being like, I make money, I make hits. Like, no, that's not even a cool guy answer. That's just ridiculous. That song came about super quickly and in a way that wasn't our usual process at all. You know, you can't just like pluck that out of thin air and be like, I got it. You know, because if you could just wake up every morning and be like, I'm gonna write a hit song today, you would write a hit song every day. You know, and how sweet that would be. But yeah, not going to happen.
Great, and I think you are big fans of Beavis and Butthead. You used it to introduce the show. Do you guys talk about music like that?
I like what? Like, this sucks? Like, what is this? What are these losers? I guess a little bit, yeah. There's a little bit of Beavis and Butthead in each one of us, for sure.
You know, it's good to laugh at yourself, like, not take it too seriously. And I think... But it all comes from a place of like, I'm sure Mike Judge was a giant music fan, and that's why he did that, you know. So it's good to laugh. But honestly, we just like laughing and making fun of each other and stuff. We don't take ourselves too seriously.
We make fun of each other way more than we make fun of other bands. We still make fun of other bands, but we definitely rip on each other.
What did rock and roll and music teach you guys? What the things say? Oh, I want to be a musician. That's what I'm going to do.
I mean, I just, once I kind of figured out that was something that you could do, I was hungry for it. Growing up in kind of an isolated small town in Alaska, I saw every show that came to town, like every single show, because there was only 8 or 9 of them a year, you know, and I was lucky enough to see some bands that changed my life, like Pantera, and then, you know, I would go see Chris Christopherson and like Peter, Paul and Mary, just like I saw Garth Brooks as like a metalhead, because I'm like, well, it's coming to town, so I might as well. But then you'd see working bands like, you know, just as an example, Blue Oyster Cult came to Anchorage maybe 3 times while I was growing up. They weren't promoting a record. That's just the only life that they knew how to do. They toured constantly. And that band toured they're still on the road, but, you know, it's like 40 years of peak through-line touring where that's their entire lives. That's their livelihood and that's their passion. And to see people do that and to come to what I thought was the end of the world, you know, my hometown, like, well, if they're going to make the effort to come out there, I want to see how I do in the same kind of sphere. So honestly, once I figured out that it's a career that was even possible, I'm still trying to do it. Like I'm still hoping for the job, but you know, we work hard, but God, it's good.
And you?
I mean, I can't even imagine living without music, and I think that's how you have to be if you want to really play music. It's not like a hobby. It's not even. It's kind of just developed in like you just kind of live it. Like I wake up every day, but I'm not on tour. I play music. I take guitar. If I don't have an instrument in a hotel room or a house, I get anxiety. It's just like an extension of my life.
I've got like 10 instrument apps on my phone, just like little keyboards and noisemakers. Because like he's right. I'll go crazy. I'll absolutely lose my mind if I can't do something.
And you say you are on the head of Pantera, you play Metallica, Beatles, Rolling Stone. How you guys decide the covers you're gonna do? Each one choose one? Why?
No, I mean, yeah, it's all transitions, and a lot of it will be like, you know, with the opening that we do, we open with "For Whom the Bell Tolls" off of the 1986 seminal hit, you know, of Metallica, just instrumental, and that was born out of, you know, we were talking about like coming up with some big, huge, heavy intro, and we're like something like Metallica, you know, something heavy. We tried a few different things, and ultimately it was just like, why don't we just do Metallica? Because that's a song that Zach, the bass player, and I learned in Zach's mom's basement when we were 14 years old, you know, more than 2 decades ago. We're still not good at it, but
we always like play intro music before we walk out. So we used to like Righteous Brothers was like something we would always go to, like my mom's favorite song, one of mine. And then we switched up one tour and we just started playing Pantera like over the speakers, and we were just kind of like, wouldn't it be really funny is instead of like playing a Pantera song over the speakers to open our set, we just like walked out and literally played the Pantera song, and that was kind of how it started. And then we moved to Bell Tolls.
Yeah.
Great. And if you can choose one band for Lollapalooza Brazil for the next year, except Portugal The Man, which band would you guys tell the promoters?
Savages.
Savages
are awesome live.
I'm going Savages. I'd get a Rage Against the Machine reunion.
Oh, anybody?
I mean, if it could be anybody. Yeah.
Oh, I love Savages, but that's rules have changed.
Yeah. Come on, Zach De La Roca. Like, bury the hatchet, get the band back together.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
Wu-Tang, maybe? I don't know. Something heavy, something good.
Yeah, I back Rage.
I back Savages. I like that. Hell yeah.
Great. And do you guys mind record an ID for the radio station?
Yeah, of course.
Here we say 89 is 89 in Portuguese. We say 89.
89?
Yes.
I think I can do that. Olá, Brazil. It's your favorite band, Portugal The Man, and you're listening to 89. 89. Olá, Brazil. It's your best friends in Portugal The Man, and you're listening to 89 right here.
Could you just do the Radio Rock?
The Radio Rock. 89. The Radio Rock. That is a tongue twister. Olá, Brazil. It's your best friends, Portugal The Man, and you're listening to 89, the Radio Rock. Viva o Rock.